Hey guys, current energy check-ins for the weekend. The Spider Saga continues. For those of you that are unaware, if you're not part of Patreon membership, it wasn't a spider. Some of you guessed what it was. Some of you guessed it. Guess what it was? Still is. Still is. It's gonna be for a little while longer. But some of you guessed it. Give you kudos for that. Because I know it's very hard to see, but there's a little bit of an idea of what I got in here. I'm going to show it to you again. Maybe some of you will get it this time around. Let me see if I can focus it. There it is. This monstrosity thing. Keep on juggling with the focus. Okay. I've never heard of this until I've gotten it. Never heard of it in itself, and then nobody having it, which says a lot about the fact that maybe I haven't been around animal shelters for too long, or vet offices, or it's a ringworm. Yeah, the little girly girl gifted us all, the humans and the cats, and maybe the dog. He's getting seen today. After I record this, I'm taking him in. It was a shit show in the sense of how it was revealed to us what this was, and the fact that I had to shove 4 of the cats, which means the total of the cats in this household, in their little crates, which are big because they're big cats, in my car, and taking them to the vet. I think I lost 10 pounds of emotional exhaustion with that. Not even chasing them around and putting them in the crates. That was the easy part, because I got those interesting triangle round types of that they're easy to just get them in there and then quickly close the gate, because I know it's every cat owner knows the drama with that. Not that part. The part in which I started driving and all 4 of them, with no exception, started meowing very loud. Like, what the fuck is going on? And I had to spend most of my drive there, which is fairly close, it's 15 minutes, but I had to spend it explaining it to them, like, Mama's not giving you up. Mama's not taking you anywhere. I know it looks weird because all of you are together here, packed up and ready to go. But no, Mama loves you. You stick with me till the day you're no more, because I will never give you up. So that calmed them down a little bit. And then I explained to them that we're going for them to be checked, and and I like it's gonna happen in situations like these. That was the busiest day I've ever seen at the vet's office. It was a shit show, and I'm like, okay, well, considering that I suspect all of them of having ringworm, because, and also they are showing up with symptoms, quite big symptoms of ringworm and potentially something else, because I couldn't tell. Kai was affected in his mouth. Felix a little bit too, but not as bad as Kai. Juno, but they had, stuff on them and then around their mouths. And I'm like, okay, can we just take them all through the back? Because it's going to be, the crate for one of them is kind of like this big, so it's impossible for me to shove 4. Well, the little girl was in a backpack because she's smaller. Backpack crate, so I took them all one by one through the back, and because potentially we're all contagious, and then I started with each of them, and yeah, they do have it. It was confirmed, all of them. I didn't miss one of them, but it definitely spreads faster from cat to cat. So the little girl had that. And also a viral respiratory type of a situation that Where is she? Where is she? She knows I'm talking about her, huh? She's like, I'm gonna sleep as if nothing is happening. Because, ironically, she's the least affected. Maybe because she's a kitten. She's eating, she's drinking, she's doing all the deeds of normal behavior. But Kai couldn't eat hard food anymore because it was hurting him from the things he got from that viral situation, and he pushed with his canine and hurt himself a little more, and that whatever it was going on there. They're all good now. I mean, they're not out of, they're on treatment, but man, it was quite, so Kai was the most affected, poor thing. It's always dumping on him, and I'm like, you little, he's perfect. He's actually drinking water again, because he couldn't drink water. He would eat wet food. He would eat like he eats even now, like more than usual, which kept him hydrated, but it was a hassle just getting them through all of them, because I wanted them all to start the treatment at the same time, but getting them all together and then start them all together. I left with a bag like this of medication for 2 things, for all of them, for each of them. And then I didn't want to, if I started with one, I didn't want the other one to wait for another week, and it's hard to find a regular vet that would take them right away when I noticed the symptoms. And then I called an emergency place over the weekend, because of course it always happens over the weekend where they get something. And I called the emergency place, and she said if it's not dire, like if they're not sickly, and if they're not drinking water necessarily, which Kai was the case, and we didn't see Felix drinking water, but as long as they're eating wet food and they have the appetite in there, they should be okay until their appointment on Tuesday. So kept an eye on them. They were all fine, just with the exception of the boys didn't really eat the dry food, and I haven't seen them drink water, but they were going to the bathroom regularly, normal stuff, just that. And I kept an eye on them. We made it. They're on treatment. Everybody's fine. I never in my life imagined that I would take 4 cats at a time. 1 is exhausting, but 4? And this little one was in her little backpack. Like, Felix was hiding under his pillow when we got there, because he always does that, like as big as he is, and he's the biggest. He hides under his pillow, his crate pillow, where you have to lift that up to get him. Kai was like in his little blanket there, kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Juno was like, she always is, neutral, just staring, the blank, like like you think she's gonna come after you or something. And Cosmo was like, what's up? What's going on? Where are we? Road trip? Type of a deal. So it's very interesting, but very exhausting. It was a mess. I brought them from the vet at, I don't even know, 5 p.m. I was ready to go to bed. And I'm like, I'm done. And now the dynamic in the house is they see me with a syringe in my hand of medication that they need to take. They run. They hate me. They're like, you're the devil. And then they look in my direction. If I don't have the syringe, they're like, okay, let me love on you. So it's like, it's such an interesting shit show around here. I'm happy that they're all on the mend. They're making sure that everybody's going to be okay, and we're going to be okay. All of us. This one's healing. I'm not concerned about the humans. Humans are, we're going to heal. It's fine. We're cleaning up everything. Oh my God, this room. There's a lot to clean in here. But yeah, we're doing it as we go. But for them, they're a priority. And they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. I'm going to chase them with those syringes until, they're done. Oh my God, it's going to be a long treatment. That's the pain of it. But yeah, everybody's eating. Everybody's back on track with everything. So they're just getting extra stuff in them for this. Never again will I take them. I would rather schedule a full day of 2 o'clock Felix, 3 o'clock Kai, 4 o'clock Juno, or something. Back and forth. I would rather do that than take them all 4. And now it's Blue's turn. He doesn't present any signs yet. Today, He's been shaking his head a little too much for my concern. But I checked on him. I don't know, the doctor said it's gonna present itself a little different on dogs, but than cats. I mean, it would be mission impossible here. He would be, I don't even know, if he would be the only one that got away, that would be something, but I doubt it. They're face to face, they're nose to nose. The girl is head bumping us and shoving her nose in our noses and mouths, and look at that, she's forceful, she wants love. Now, with her nose that was infected with shit. So I doubt it. They're right there. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes in the chat. Tomorrow morning I'll definitely let you guys know what we found for him or didn't. And we'll take it from there. But yeah, everybody's fine now. It's been a hell of a week. Emotional roller coaster, very fast emotional roller coaster with all of them, getting them all sorted. And it was so fucking funny, which is not funny usually, but it was so fucking funny. You know how you take a cat to a vet sometimes, and if you have other cats in the house, they smell different, the one that's been to the vet, because they eliminate all sorts of smells from the panic, the whatever they're going through. And then you bring it home, you let them out of the crate, and you know, maybe there's other cats in the home that would hiss at them or something, like, you, who are you? I don't recognize you by the smell or something. It was so fucking funny. I brought them all home. I released them all at the same time. I opened their little latches from the crates, and they all went, especially the big ones. Felix went this way, Juno went that way, Kai went that way, all of them hissing left and right at the same time. It lasted for about 2 minutes, and then they found their spots to chill, and then they were back to themselves. But the little one was to the side of all of this, and she was looking at the madness, and she's like, what the fuck is going on here? She was it was funny. Not funny, but funny. None of this is funny, but it's funny. As long as everybody's okay, you know, we can have a good laugh about it. But I'm exhausted, and that's about it. That's been my week. How was yours? I hope it's fun as mine. I will need a long nap over the weekend, I think, to recoup, if I can. Well, now she's sleeping. Oh, and her treatment, because she's not as big as these guys, so she can't get the same kinds of things. She's younger, is giving her a bath every day with a shampoo, a special shampoo. And it's like, I was concerned when they mentioned baths, because I'm like, I don't bathe the big ones. Her, yes, I can handle still. She lets me do stuff to her because I always pick at her face and clean her up. But those guys, I didn't get them used to that since they were kittens. So I'm like, I'm not gonna, no. And it's just for her. I'm like, whew, which is funny. Again, the way she looks after a bath, but she's alone. She's with us now. She got us all sick. She's like, she's stuck here. You can't, what are you gonna do? She's been part of, you know, we just didn't know that she brought stuff with her. But anyways, all's well when it ends well. Current energies check-ins for the weekend. I'll be looking into each sign individually by elements, earth signs, fire signs, air signs, and water signs. That'll be quick, to the point, no clarification. Whatever comes out, comes out. No extended for the Friday videos. This is pre-recorded, so there will be timestamps that will not work properly until the premiere of this video is done. Fuck. Leg cramp. Okay. I'll be looking into where you're at energetically in regards to another energy, which could be that of a person, a situation, whatever you're dealing with, where the connected energies are at, and then I'll be pulling some cards from the universe for each of you. Timestamps, as I said, will be below, but they will not work properly until the premiere of this video is done. Roles can be reversed. I'm kind of in awe by what's going on outside, because I see a lot of wind, and we do have a tornado warning for today. It's a shit show down here, I'm telling you. And the tornado warning starts exactly when I need to take Blue to the doctor. Come here, you little culprit. Come here. Stop shoving your face into my face for now. But she's clearing up, and she started to clear up even before these guys were. Poor things. I'm like, look at them. They're a fucking mess. Look what happened. And then she's starting to clear up. Hold on, let me check some things. Hold on, baby girl. Good girl. Okay, you're looking a little better. You still have some shit going on. See, she lets me do stuff. I'm lucky with that, because those guys, the syringe chase is real. Let's just put it that way. Anyways. You're getting a bath after this, too. You're getting your today's bath. And I hate it because I'm like, I just want to shove my face into their face, but I'm like, I am, but I'm not. I'm kind of reserved. The viral thing, apparently it spreads only, it's a cat thing, so luckily Blue is not going to get that. The respiratory thing, and it's not going to pass on to us, but stop rubbing your face onto things. I got to clean this table anyway every day. Can we not put our ringworms everywhere? Ooh, I sure want to go. No, leave my turtle alone. I see where you're looking. Anyways, let's do this. Capricorn, Earth signs, Capricorn. They're so stinky cute, though. Sit in my lap and groom, why don't you? Why not? Alrighty. What do you got going on? On your side, you get the Seven of Swords, the Death card, the Ace of Cups. Are you leaving a situation or thinking about leaving a situation? You're showing me an ending to something, but you are the one that has your back turned to that. Almost like, yeah, I'm leaving this behind type of a thing. But you're kind of looking up ahead and you're giving me a good feeling, like a nice energy of a brand new beginning here as you leave a situation. Okay. The energy attached to you, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the King of Cups. There's a lot of love here. Somebody's kind of blasting you with love here like no tomorrow. It's in their gestures, in their whatever action-driven types of energies they're bringing in. They're filled with love by the looks of it. I don't think this is the energy that you're turning your back to. I think it's almost looking like you're doing something. Let's say you're leaving a job, and this energy right here that shows up here is, you know, someone really close to you that cares for you and supports you, especially through this type of a thing. So I don't think your back turned refers to this energy. If anything, you're looking forward, is hopeful because of the support and love you get from this one. But in the connection, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Two of Pentacles. I don't see you having a direction. If this is, for this one at least, again, if this is a job, right? It's one of those, oh, I quit. I don't see you necessarily aiming for a particular direction afterwards, in the sense of I quit because I got something else lined up, or, you know, like something better is coming up, or even if it's not better, it's something else. No, you're kind of foggy there in that way of, I don't think you have anything lined up, but you're still looking ahead, pretty optimistic, you know. It doesn't matter if there's nothing there for now. It's kind of like, I'm going, you know, I'm just moving forward and I feel good about it, even if I don't have something lined up or waiting here. Okay. Let me see what the universe has. From the universe, you get the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. Your energy is great. Your energy is great, especially the more you focus on what's ahead, even if it's nothing concrete, you're looking open to whatever, you know, it leaves room for whatever is best for you, actually. Because if you were fixated, well, I gotta go do this because, you know, I established that this is what's gonna be done. Not to say that that wouldn't be good, but it wouldn't leave you so open as you are now. You know, you would go towards a particular target, whereas now you're open to whatever comes and you feel good about whatever comes, you know, so you're gonna attract quite the good energy here. Yeah. Did you chase your brother Kai? By the way, you stink from that shampoo, so if you see them looking at you ugly, don't be surprised. I look at you ugly, you stink. It's not as bad as the doctor said, I gotta admit, but it's still a little, ew. That stinks. But I'll wash you fluffy once you come out of this completely. I'll wash your fluff with something nice. Moving on to Taurus. Why do I get a sense of messy or complicated here? On your side, not... Oh, okay. More on this side of the reading. Okay, let's take a look here. On your side, you get the Two of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Swords. You're almost giving me a sense of waiting for the stars to align for you to walk away from something here. So waiting for the right time, basically, to remove yourself from a situation here. What do you want? You want love. That's what you want all the fucking time. The energy attached to you, the Ten of Swords, the World card, the Eight of Swords. Whatever this is that you're kind of removing yourself from is done already. And I think you know that. I think you're very much aware. It's almost like, even if this energy is showing up as being done, they're showing up quite confused, complicated. Everything is complicated, or everything. You're maybe waiting for things to not show up so complicated, at least for them or for the situation, so that you can slowly but surely mind your own life away from this, you know? So even though it could show up as being closed and it could feel as if it's closed, it remains a little bit open because somebody's placing this complication over it, you know? So for the connection, the Fool, the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Swords. It's like dealing with the aftermath of something that ended. That's kind of how this is showing up, you know? And from an energetic standpoint, you're showing up as if I'm done to get the hell out of Dodge. I'm ready to get the hell out of Dodge. I'm done. You know, I'm like, you're feeling it, like that eagerness, that, yay, you know, I'm free of this. But you're also showing me quite the complication to things. So again, it almost looks like you or them or one of you is dealing a lot with the aftermath of this split or whatever didn't work out here. And then it almost kind of forces the hand of the other one to deal with it too. Whereas the other one is like, I don't want to deal with this, but I guess I'm here, you know, type of a deal. Okay. Let me see why don't you have, what the universe has for you as a final advice. The Page of Swords, the Magician, the Queen of Wands. I feel like you're patient though, even if this is you, the one that feels that you're ready to go and I don't want to deal with this because it's not really mine to deal with or something. You're not being anxious about it. You're not like, come on, you know, like you're here taking it one day at a time. You know it's gonna happen. You're just kind of like, okay, yeah, then let's deal with it and let's take it easy until the time comes and then I'm free to go. So you're not super anxious about it, even though your energies are showing up as ready to go. Okay. Yeah, quite the complicated thing. Cosmo, you're tickling my ankle right now. I have these pants with some strings at the bottom and I walk through the house and I find a cat suspended on my pants. One of them does it all the time, and now this one discovered it apparently, and she's wiggling the hell out of my strings, which in turn makes me feel her paws on my ankles, and it tickles. Anyways, Cosmo. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna get numb here, but you know what don't you do to save yourself from the craziness. Moving on to Virgo. Did I say it? I don't know. Oh, and some of you know from the mid-months, I managed to cut my thumb with the cutter through my nail. A TMI, but I don't care. Hold on. Oh. Right there. Yeah, it hurt. Not anymore, but it did. It's starting to patch up now. So, why are you not focusing automatically a little? So yeah, full week of shit. Oh man, when the universe sends them over, you're like, okay, got it. I got that sign too. I got the other one too. I know what you're saying. On your side, ooh, you got such a bluey, watery, even though it's airy, but watery type of feeling to this. On your side, the Seven of Swords, the King of Cups, the Four of Cups. I'm not, you're kind of on your way out here. Kind of have your back turned. You're not yet fully out. You're kind of, it's almost looking like one of those where you want to go, you want to leave a situation, but you're not leaving because they would be sad or something like that. The only reason that you're staying is, well, you know, they're going to be in pain and suffering and they'll be sad. Like, so I might as well stay. Okay. The energy attached to you, the Tower, the World card, the King of Swords. There's been a shit show. For whoever this is, there's been a shit show at play, but now it's looking like the shit show situation is closing off and they're showing up a little more confident, more clear out of the shit show. I get the sense that they created this shit show because they're kind of giving me that sense, and now they're done. Like I'm done, you know, feeding the shit show. Okay. Maybe they needed to learn something or to gain clarity, because they do appear to be a little more clear now. For the connection, the Nine of Swords, the Hermit, the Four of Pentacles. Now, you're just using that as an excuse, you know, that whole, oh, I'm not leaving because they would be in pain and I don't want to cause pain to them. You're using it as an excuse. You're having a hard time letting something about this situation go. It's coming from you, not from, oh, they're going to be in pain. So whatever it is, it's within you. It's not them, it's you type of a situation. That's why you're not leaving. It's like you're halfway out though. It's you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out for sure. But the 1 foot in, you're justifying it with, well, you know, I can't because what if they start crying? No, it's not about that. Something within you is not allowing you to do it. From the universe for you, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Hierophant. You've been practicing a lot of self-love here, from what I can see, which is kind of giving you a pretty strong sense of stepping into your power by the looks of it. And it's actually helping empowering this whole situation that you're dealing with, which I'm assuming it's a connection you have with someone. Somehow, to some extent, it brings a sense of a boost to it. So the fact that you're working on yourself intently and the fact that there's a lot of love here, self-love on your side, kind of boosts this whole thing up. So keep doing what you're doing there, but just be honest with yourself about why you still have 1 foot in. It's not them. It's not, oh, they're gonna hurt. Okay. But it's not that. It's not the actual reason. Alrighty, moving on to fire signs, Aries. Too many cooks in the kitchen here. On your side, you get the 5 of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Tower. There's a deceptive energy of love that shows up here. And it's coming from you, if that's you over there. And it's just going to blow up in your face at some point, and I feel like you're at the stage of this is blowing up in your face right now. I don't know what that means exactly, a deceptive energy of love, because it could mean anything. And if I'm not clarifying, I'm not gonna see, but I see you starting something without realizing that you are, and something especially for yourself, something quite painful. And then for the situations you may be involved in, because I see multiple energies in there. The energy attached to you, the 6 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords. This energy is definitely looking for an equal give and take type of an energy in this connection with you. I don't think they're finding it. And I think it's being revealed through this that's showing up for you at this site, at this time. I don't think they're gonna find it here. Or I don't think they're finding it here now. You're not being honest about something here. In all honesty, that's kind of what I'm getting from you. And again, it's going to end up blowing up in your face if it hasn't already. For the connection, the Lovers, the Hermit, the 6 of Cups. And it could be as easy as you're not being honest about what this truly represents to you. And if you're not being honest about it, let's say you care deeply for whoever this is, but you don't want to allow yourself to care that deeply. That doesn't mean you're not going to care as deeply as you feel, just because you don't want to. That would mean that you're going to start to modify your behavior to match the part in which you say, I don't want to care deeply for this. You know, again, that doesn't take away from the energy that still remains. You care deeply for this, right? So that in itself is going to be deceptive. The fact that, oh, I'm feeling what I'm feeling, but I don't want to feel that, so I'm going to go against what I feel, so against myself. And that's going to reflect in this dynamic in very not so great ways, you know, because I do see a level of importance of this connection to you that shows up at a deep level, and then I see a different story on the surface. And I think you're not being honest with yourself here about something, you know, the meaning of a particular connection in here. There could be, because that's why I'm getting more energies here, because I'm kind of getting a sense on your side. It's like you don't want to appear a certain way in front of others. Let's say, okay, well, if I admit that, oh, this is so important to me, others will look at me and they're going to say, what's wrong with you? Or they're going to judge you, or who the fuck cares at the end of the day of the other energies? Because I'm like, I'm getting some other energies here, but I'm not getting them in the middle of this. They're just blah, 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 outside of this. And it's, I don't know. Could be just how people perceive you that's important to you at this time, but through that you're kind of not being honest about something here, and it might create quite a chaos. From the universe you get the Queen of Swords, the Magician, the Hangman. Take a little time and just be clear, just be honest with yourself about things. Who the fuck cares about what others may think or say, or you shouldn't. Just gain clarity here. Otherwise, things will go very, very messy here. They're not there yet, but they're heading in that direction if you don't start being honest with yourself. Okay. Moving on to Leo. On your side, you get the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles. You got a pretty nice energy here. Very open towards sharing your energy with other energies that want to share their energy with you. So you're kind of blossoming like a flower here, and there's bees all around you or stuff like that. It's a beautiful energy. I think it's a boost in your energy at this moment in time, but it's beautiful. Like take it all in because it's beautiful. I don't think that's your general state at this moment in time. It's just a boost, which again, great. Don't try to hang on to it too tightly because it's just energy, let it pass. But enjoy it while it lasts here because it's beautiful. The energy attached to you, the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe this contributes to your boost. There's a pretty connected energy to you that shows up here. Very nurturing, almost maternal. But they have the energy of turning back around. So it kind of tells me that they're not here and they're turning back around towards you. But the aspect of this connection in their heart and yours is always there, always present, even if physically they're not here or you're not here with this. Okay. For the connection, the King of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands. You're keeping it together, you're keeping yourself together, and there's definitely a sense of stability, like home life, work, whatever it is, that is feeling good, is feeling stable, but there is a little bit of heaviness attached to that. So maybe you're experiencing something at home or at work, or but it's not concerning, given that your energy shows up as I got it, So okay, pretty nice energies. Let me see what the universe has. Oh my, that's an interesting robin. Oh, the robins were... Oh, they're going to the fountain to drink some more. That's an interesting pattern. Hold on. Is that a baby? Are babies out already? Is that the first round of babies? It looks a little bit like a baby, like it's learning to... I don't know if you can see it on the fountain there. It kind of goes around to try to find a spot to drink water. That's funny. King of Pentacles, the Fool, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you got it together. So again, even if things feel a little rough right now around home, around work, or whatever you got going on in terms of stability, you're keeping it together. And you've got this inner trust that everything's going to play out just fine. So I'm not concerned about nothing. And you keep on going, you know? So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Hey. Alrighty, moving on to Sagittarius. I was like, what day is tomorrow? Probably Friday. Oh my god. In my case, in your case, it should be Saturday, Sunday. Depending on when you watch this at the end of the day, but in my case, it's definitely Friday. Alrighty, let's see. On your side, you get the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Cups. You have a very explorative mode on. You're like, if you're dealing even with the smallest things, like, okay, you know, you're in front of an ice cream shop and it's like, okay, which flavor should I get? Well, let me be creative. Let me get, you know, who knows the fuck what. There's, you know, mix of all of them, all of the flavors they have in the store or something. I don't know, something like that. It's a pretty creative but explorative type of an energy, like open to pretty much anything. And it's really nice, you know? It's really nice in the way that you're showing up here. You're keeping yourself open to things. I wouldn't eat all the flavors in the ice cream store at once. I would probably take them to go and try them at home or something, but hey, yeah. It's nice energy. Now I want ice cream. Fuck. On the other side, the energy that you're dealing with, the Four of Swords, the Justice card, the Ten of Wands. This energy can't find peace. They're trying. They're trying to stand still. They're trying to balance out. They're trying to find a little slice of peace in there somewhere in their experience, but it's hard. I mean, it's not like they can. They feel like they can, but I feel like they find it. It's just giving me a sense of, but it's hard to find it. Okay. So they're definitely potentially struggling a little bit. The energy for the connection, the Ace of Cups, the King of Wands, the Tower. I wonder... I mean, could this mean... I'm trying to figure it out because I'm at a double-edged sword here with this one. On one hand, I see you, yes, it's good to be open to something new, but it's like, okay, but how open can you be? Are you so open that you forget you have other stuff around you and you're like, you don't give a shit about anything that happens if I open myself up fully to this, even though there's consequences to that? I don't know. Or is your being open to pretty much anything, especially from your heart's perspective, from you're drawn to things that appeal to your heart, might create some havoc around you somehow. Maybe someone's disturbed by that. Maybe, who the hell knows, you know? Let me see what the universe has. The Three of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the King of Cups. Someone's keeping an eye on you. Someone's keeping an eye on you. And it's someone you know, and it's someone you interact with, and it could be a friend. But they might be, I don't know, if you're going out for a movie just by yourself at some point, they're like, who are you going with? Nobody. Is that their name? I'm just fucking around. I'm your buddy. Somebody's keeping an eye on you. So it would disturb somebody if you went to the movies with nobody. Okay. We're playing that game here. The nobody game. Anyways. Now, it looked like, someone you know. They don't have to be a friend necessarily, but someone you know. And they're definitely keeping an eye on you more than they should. Not in a stalkery way, in a I'm interested in Saggy way. Anyways, moving on to air signs, Libra. On your side, you get the King of Swords, the Lovers, the Sun. You're done. Your reading is done. Perfect. More than perfect. There's clarity. There's a connection here. Very deep connection. Very intense. And there's happiness like no tomorrow. At least those are the available energy. You better get on and align with those because they're super nice. And then you're done. Your reading is done. Nothing else matters. Type of a deal. Okay, yeah, that's what I got for you. There's no more than that. That's enough. For the energy attached to you, the Nine of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Five of Cups. This energy seems quite okay. They seem to be in a really, really good place, emotionally balanced, happy, all of that, good jazz. Trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out here if they're having a hard time letting go of something though, for a very long time. It does feel like even if they're having a hard time to deal with something or to let something go, it's not necessarily interfering with them showing up. Well, it might actually. I don't know. I feel like they've been trying to work on letting something go for a very long time, but they're still not there yet where they can. But they will. Okay. They're working on it. Let's just put it that way. They're not in the same exact place as you, and I think that's why. Because they're not releasing some of the stuff that's preventing them from truly tuning into themselves there. For the connection, the Knight of Wands, the King of Cups, the Six of Cups. Yeah, everything's progressing quite nicely here. As long as it's, work in progress for them, I'm like, okay, as long as they're working on it, doesn't bother me if it doesn't bother you. Whoever this is by your side and the way that this connection is progressing, because it is progressing. So, cool. Let me see what the universe has. The Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, peace and harmony, everything progresses fine here. Not only from an energetic standpoint, but physically, I see it growing and growing each day. At a slow, steady pace, but I don't see anybody disturbed by the speed in which this is progressing. So, we're good here. I told you you're done since I started. When you show up with an energy like that, it's hard to have energies around you that are not at least trying to kind of keep up there. It's very hard. It's not impossible, I've seen it, but it's very hard to not pull other energies right into that. Moving on to Aquarius. On your side, you get the Knight of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. Hold on. I get the sense that you're... how do I put this? You're doing certain things in a particular dynamic here, potentially. I feel like this has to do with your stability, though. So it could be a teamwork type of a situation you're dealing with, colleagues at work or something. But you're doing certain things that... or saying certain things that to others may be perceived as, you know, hurtful or offending, or I see directness, a lot of you being direct here about all sorts of things. Now, it depends on how direct you are and what does that mean exactly, because I can't clarify, so I'm not gonna know. But for me, the energy feels like there's a lot of directness in your tone, in the way you approach things, and so on and so forth, which could be perceived as, again, either offensive or hurtful. Again, depending on the context, I kind of see you not being bothered by it, because it's like, it's not my perception, it's theirs. I'm just gonna blur it all out in the most honest and direct way that I know how to, which, yes, I agree with that. But again, a lot of people use this excuse of, hey, you just don't like the truth because I'm being direct, when they're actually trying to be nasty about things. I don't think this is the case. I think you're just being blunt, maybe. I don't know. Because I don't see you being bothered by it. Like, okay, well, not my business what others think and how they take this, which, again, true. Okay, let's see the energy attached to you. The Four of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Emperor. Why does it seem like a challenge, like a contest, like the way you approach something here challenges this energy to show up a little more, which ultimately it's actually a good thing. But the way it's coming in, it's kind of starting from an ego place of, well, I want to do better, or I want to be better than that, or I want, you know, like that type of an attitude. I'll show you type of a thing. I'll show you who's bigger and better. But you're not coming from that intention of showing someone that you're bigger and better. You're just direct. I think you're triggering this energy right here. And it could be, again, if this is work, it could be somebody you're working with. For the connection, the Two of Swords, the Fool, the Seven of Cups. If this is a teamwork type of a dynamic, this ego clash here is definitely interfering with how things proceed here. You know, where things go from here. Because right now they're kind of stuck because of these energies. They're busy fighting. So the project thing, situation you're working on is right there to the side while we finish this fight, God damn it. Which is not a fight, I don't think. But it's an ego fight. You know, it's one of those subtle ones that, oh, I do this and then you do that. And meanwhile, the project you're working on sits there, you know, dust settles and nobody's touching it, nobody's, you know. So until this little pickle here is resolved, whatever you're working on together ain't moving. Let me see what the universe has. The Three of Wands, the King of Cups, the Magician. I feel like it's going to take a little minute, but after that, somebody's finally going to figure out what the fuck is going on here, and they're going to stop playing this game. And it only takes one to break this game. You know? And I don't know if it's going to be you, if it's going to be them. And it does show up like you. Like, you know, you kind of wake up from this. And you're like, what the fuck are we doing? You know, that's not why we're here. We're better than that. And I think that energy is going to shift things around. For now, a little bit of ego clash in there. Alrighty. It happens. Sometimes. Alrighty, moving on to Gemini. Is Cosmo gone? Hold on. I need to put my legs down. I don't... she's still there. Fuck. Hold on. Let me try to kind of go to her side. Okay, I think I'm good. On your side, you get the Five of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Page of Cups. Okay. I mean, you're kind of presenting me a normal type of an energy of a connection and how you would consider it to be, how you would perceive it as if, you know, yeah, we bicker, sometimes we fight, but then there's love and, you know, there's good stuff. Okay. It's like looking at the energy of someone that's coming out of a little bit of a rough patch there within a dynamic, and now everything's starting to get better and better each day, you know. That's kind of how I see your energy there. Now, the energy attached to you, that's a different story there. The Eight of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the Tower. Because they look to be emotionally unattached. Completely emotionally detached. But still here. Still here. Okay. Which, I don't know why they would still be here. I don't know. I really don't know. I wouldn't want to say with that tower showing up there, it's almost looking like they're here because they want to cause as much damage as possible. I can't be convinced of that because I don't have clarifications for this one. And I don't believe that's the intention though. But that's how it would be interpreted from the outside. Anyways, for the connection, the King of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Three of Wands. Somebody's losing interest to, though. Maybe you. Kind of see that as your energy. As much as you're invested in this from the normalcy of a commitment or a connection that you have with them, I feel like you're also realizing what they're experiencing in regards to this. Yeah, like, you know. And it's like, well, you know, if they're not here then with me on this one, then why would I still keep this up? You know, eventually you're kind of heading in that direction of, yeah, I think I'm gonna go. All right. Let me see what the universe has. The Hermit, the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. It's very hard though, because whoever this is, you care for them. And that's where the pickle comes for all of us. Why would I feel this in my heart if in the physical this is showing me that it's not going to work out? It's not happening. Why the fuck is the universe so cruel where it makes us feel, oh my god, I feel this, and then I look in front of me and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, it doesn't match. And a lot of the times it's not gonna match. It's one of those, you know, when love is not enough. Nobody's taking that love away from any of us. We can still hold it in our heart. But like physically, we gotta take some measures when the shit hits the fan. You know, at some point. Because one has nothing to do with the other. Just because there's love in our heart for something, it doesn't dictate our actions around that something, or how that something is so toxic and so miserable and so, you know what I mean? Not the case here. I don't necessarily see anything toxic, but I definitely see an energy of a connection that's not necessarily working out evenly from an even place of equal give and take. So that's where you're at with it, you know, in that pickle of trying to understand why the heart says one thing and the reality of things says another. Because sometimes that's the case. And once you accept that, you'll have more clarity on what to do about the situation, you know? So that is it. Moving on to water signs, Pisces. They're holding me in the most uncomfortable positions in my life, and I just don't budge. I had to have my spouse put some things under my legs one time because I had my legs on the table. Juno came and plopped right on top of my legs, and it felt like my knees were going down from her weight, and I had to put something under my legs. Because I'm like, I'm not moving, I'm not going. If they come in love, I'm gonna let them come in love. You know? And even if that means they'll break my legs. Did I say Pisces? I think I did. Oh, let's see. Hold on. On your side, you get the Page of Cups, the Tower, the Three of Wands. I'm not sure if this is shown up like acknowledgement or ownership of something after quite a while. So it's like, let's say, okay, I did something stupid 2 years ago, and I had a really hard time taking ownership of that, because, you know, that would have meant showing up and saying, hey, yeah, I did that, and it was really stupid and really sucky, and I'm sorry, and, you know, all of that comes, that I feel that I should come and own up to it. This almost looks like an energy of, okay, you did something at some point a while ago, and, you know, just now you're coming to the maybe taking ownership part, or recognizing or accepting that things happened in a certain way over a situation, which is a nice energy. Apparently it took a minute, but it's gonna sometimes, and that's okay. As long as, you know, even after years, somebody's taking ownership and saying, hey, you know, that wasn't okay, or whatever that means for them. Okay, the energy attached to you, the King of Swords, the Temperance card, the World card. Okay. This looks like an energy of, if this is the energy at the opposite end of whatever happened here, they're over it. A long time ago they've been over it. It's like with me personally, most of the times if I go through something challenging or a direct confrontation of some sort, yeah, I'm pissed off in the moment, but I don't hang on to that. I let it go. Once I'm okay, out it goes. You know, I don't hang on to things. And this looks like a very similar energy. If you've kind of, you know, struggled with taking ownership for whatever the hell happened, maybe you're thinking after all this time that, I wonder if they're over it. They were over it since it happened, type of an energy. That's kind of how this shows up, you know? So whatever the hell happened there, yeah, they're showing me clarity and chapter closed for a very long time. Probably since it happened. For the connection, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Wands. These look like pretty clean slate types of energies of you finally came to terms with something in regards to whatever happened, and there's a lot of acceptance over it. Eventually, they've gone past it a long time ago. So now the energies are clear. They got a clean slate. Now it's like, okay, well, do we move forward now, side by side? Or what do we do about this? I kind of see the energies moving forward side by side in a healthy way. Quite fun way too, because you've got a clean slate, and not the type of clean slate of, let's forget about what happened. No, the processed one, the one in which you did the work, they did the work, in whichever way you did it individually, but enough so that you get past some events that hold you from moving forward in situations. And the both of you did in different ways, but who cares? The end result is beautiful. It's like, okay, well, now we can move forward. Whether or not you decide to, that's a different story. But from an energetic perspective, you can. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The 9 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands. I don't think one of you, at least, maybe you, is kind of opposed to move this along. I don't see you cutting it off, being like, hey, no, I can't do this. I can't proceed here. Yes, I did my healing. Yes, I've gone over things, but I still, no, it's, for now, it's a no. One of you, and they're kind of sticking to their guns, whoever this is, for now. At a later time, who knows? Maybe they'll change their mind. Maybe there'll be nothing to change their mind on. Who the hell knows? But for now, I don't think they're, again, energetically speaking, yes, the energies are available to move along together. One of those energies says, not for now. Okay. Fair enough. As long as the healing has been done and whichever path you choose here, even if it's separate from whatever's going on here, that's done in a healthy way. So that's what it's about. Alrighty, moving on to Scorpio. On your side, you get the 4 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Cups. There's an energy exchange here, which could have been through words. I think through words. Something's been said here, or done, but I think mostly said, that may have upset you, or you may have upset somebody. But whatever this is, and whichever direction it goes, I see you kind of sitting with it, not responding to it from a reactive type of, oh yeah, you said this, well, I'm going to say that, kind of like, okay, yeah, I'm upset about what I'm hearing or seeing, but give me a minute, okay. The energy attached to you, the 8 of Cups, the King of Wands, the Magician. This doesn't make sense. Well, it kind of does, though. Because I see this energy manifesting a path with you, but only from a chemistry point of things. Emotionally, I see them closed off over there. Their heart is closed off. Chemistry-wise, they're like, oh yeah, hell yeah, we have quite the chemistry here. So maybe that's what's been shared with you. Hey, yeah, no, I think you and I, fireworks. But like, I'm not feeling it inside, you know what I mean? So it could be that. Which, yeah, it would upset you. I don't know. For the connection, the Chariot, the 6 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles. I mean, this connection is definitely moving forward for now. It could be that maybe this just started, or And I know you're gonna say, yeah, it started 2 years ago. That's how just started it is. I don't know. And if it did start 2 years ago, then what are you doing here with it? If you're looking for love and they're saying, I don't got that available, then what are you doing here after 2 years? You know, but if this is a situation in which it just started, maybe they're having a hard time opening up, you know, from that heart perspective. Maybe that's what they're made of for now. I don't know. Maybe they're working on it. So I have no idea. There's all sorts of possibilities for the fact that they're emotionally closed off for now. Who knows? And that's when you step in and get to decide for yourself. Well, if that's what you're looking for, emotional openness, and they don't have that, then, you know, then what's up? Why are you still proceeding? You know what I mean? From the universe, you get the Magician, the Page of Wands, the Nine of Wands. No, you don't want this. I mean, you want it, it's fun, but for fun, not for investment, emotional investment in things. You're like, yeah, no, that's cool and all, but that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, then what are you doing here again? Then why are you still here? If you're looking for the thing that they don't have available, if you're looking for that, then you should ask yourself some questions. You know, not them. Leave them to the side. It's not their openness or not openness is none of your concern. Yours is your concern. You know. That's it. Moving on to Cancer. Alrighty, on your side you get the Five of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Devil. If this is your energy, I'm going to be brutally honest with you, because you know me, I always am. But when somebody's under this energy, they're going to be like, oh yeah? So I don't care. You can be like that. You got a very authoritative, bossy energy type tied up to you. In terms of nasty. In terms of... like, I can, you know, do whatever the fuck I want. And I can, you know, that type of a... which shows up quite deceptive and quite unhealthy for you as well. Let alone for the environment you're in or part of. Got a very... and at the end of the day, it's going to show up as being controlling. And it's going to show up as, you know, I know better than you what you need. Or stuff like that. And it's like, no. No, you don't. Even when you think you do, you don't. So it's coming through as that. Now, I don't know if that's just for a situation you're dealing with, for a split second within the situation you're dealing with, but check that energy right there, because it's not healthy. You know, where you find yourself as the all-knowing master of everything, and you know better than the rest of everybody. Especially in this case that you're part of. The energy attached to you, the Nine of Swords, the Hangman, the Six of Cups. And this energy is kind of a little bit froze. Not in fear, in confusion. And what the fuck? You know, I don't see their energy moving. They want to keep their energy moving towards this dynamic, but I see it kind of freezing. And then there's thoughts about what the fuck is going on here. I don't know what's going on here. What are we doing? What? You know, there's a lot of that. So, in all honesty, I kind of see one energy kind of barking orders around or something like that, while the other energy is like, what's going on? You know, in their head, not even verbally expressing that. Now, for the connection, the Eight of Wands, the Magician, the Seven of Pentacles. I mean, the energy, the core of this is for something to work out. If this is employer-employee type of a situation, or like if it's, I don't see that. I kind of see a teamwork at play, even if it's assigned as I'm the boss here and you're just, you know, you're working for me or something. I still see a teamwork element to it at the core of it, in that healthy way. But if people take that and take their roles a little too serious here, they might end up in this place of, I'm just going to tell you what to do and you're going to do it because I say so. And then that energy that hears that or gets that type of an energy is they're not gonna be that productive, you know, if they don't feel, hey, let's work together here, or at least let's try. I don't care that it's a boss and not boss, or, you know, at the end of the day, even the boss to someone and that someone need to work together to, you know what I mean? I don't know, there's at least in my opinion, for the work to be productive. Because otherwise, okay, be their boss, do that, and see what comes out. You know? Let me see what the universe has as a final advice. And by the way, roles can be reversed where you don't have to be the, you know, the barking boss here, or they could be, and you could be at the other end of this. This stink bug is annoying, and Cosmo's gonna catch it. And fuck off to the one that said that I'm talking too much about stink bugs. No, I'm not. And I'm going to talk for 20 minutes if I choose to. I talked in the Leo reading, I think, once, that Cosmo ate a stink bug. And it's funny. And I'm going to talk about it. But it's annoying. It's been here from the beginning of this reading. Luckily, it's on the skyline saying Cosmo's sleeping. But I think she ate a stink bug. And she stunk. Or at least touched it in a very aggressive way. The fuck are you? Anyways, from the universe, the moon, the 9 of wands, the 4 of wands. If it lands on me, I swear to God. They're prehistoric looking little, oh, okay, I see it. Something about this dynamic at this moment in time is not working out. Try to look into yourself and see how you present yourself in this dynamic to see if there's something there you can do. Try not to look at the other energy and try to change them so that the dynamic is better. No, start with you, and then, yeah, then address it with whoever this is at the other end of this to see if you can. Does that look like a face behind? I don't know. Because something about this, at this moment in time, it's not working in the greatest way. And it's not aligning with what's at the core of this dynamic, what's at the core of this dynamic is a partnership type, unequal give and take. Again, I don't care about the labeling. Well, I'm their boss. Fine, be their boss, but do you want for this thing to work out? Then start working with them so that they show up for this and not freeze to death because, oh my God, you're gonna fire them, or, you know, that's not probably the proper way to make a dynamic like this work. Because at the end of the day, the boss type energy here is showing up as being very controlling, you know? And I don't know if that's the point to this. So, anyways, that's what we got. I'm gonna go bring blue. Bloopty bloop. No, we're bringing blue over. Okay, so that you can shove your nose in his nose. Since I'm taking him to the vet. Oh, and I don't know if they even tried. No, they didn't. To suggest to separate them in any kind of, I'm like, the deed is done. They're all infected with everything. So no, I'm not gonna even try to do that. I'm gonna try my best to limit my contact with them in the sense of I'm not gonna let her rub on my face. But I'm still loving on them. Oh, but I miss rubbing my nose on your nose. Hold on, you're gonna fall, you're gonna fall. Okay, there you go. All right, let's go. Can I go get blue? Can you go get blue? Can you go open up the thing and get blue? No? Here, he's at the door. Go get your brother. Go get blue. Go get him. She is. Okay. Give me a minute. What? I love it when he licks like in a slow motion type of, and then he says like, "Hey, no, I know, and I miss our little routines at night. Of you licking my face off, but we're trying to limit that." Well, we'll see today. We'll see today. If the doctor says you do not have it, I'll let you lick my. I have it. No, I won't. I won't. But we'll see. Okay, we'll play it by ear. But you know, Mama loves you. Ooh, Mama loves you so much. Oh, don't lick my ringworm, boy. What the hell? How out of all parts of my body? Okay. You go there. On my arm. Fucking sting bug. It must make Cosmo crazy. Cosmo? Baby girl? Cosmo? You gonna come over? Cosmo? There's a stink bug right there. What are you doing? Anyways. Okay, Baba, we're not going to bed. This is not our nightly routine. I know we're leaned off here. You ready for the bed? You ready for your bed? Let me see, because I saw a picture somewhere saying that we should check their... Yeah, you got nothing there. We should check their mouths for Asian bugs. I'm like, how the fuck would Asian bugs get stuck on there? Oh, fucking love something stupid out there. Cosmo, Cosmo, baby girl. Thank you for getting blue. And for spreading disease. For giving us a kick for a little bit. I think we were doing too good and we were too comfortable here, and you spiced things up. You came into our lives to spice things up. Yes, you did. Because, you know, Mama wasn't busy enough. But hey, I love you, little devil. And I love all of my babies. And I think I'm done. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hold on. Hold on. You got a little something. Something. Okay. Hold on. Let me check. Hey, you're good. You're okay. You're okay, Baba. You're okay, Baba. You're fine, Baba. What are you doing? You're okay. You're okay. No. Good boy. Okay. Alright. Well, I think that's what we got. He hid. His head is under my armpit. They all do that. Anyways, at the vet especially. Okay, that arm doesn't have it. But don't lick my arms anymore, because Kai is rubbing his nose and jaws and gums and ears and all of himself over. Check on you. Ringworm. I don't see anything. No. Anyways, love you guys. I will rest over the weekend as much as I can, and then I will see you guys when I see you. Love you guys. Bye.